later on this evening. So this is where we have the most ideal setup of that warm, moist, and strong wind combination. That's what's helping to kick off those thunderstorms. We'll still have at least some of those elements here in place for the morning hours. Maybe not as much of the energy in the atmosphere, so that's why there's going to be a slight little change in its overall form, but I still anticipate by 10, 11 o'clock across the panhandle, and locally speaking, maybe about midnight, we'll have that line making its eastward push through the region, and then through the pre-dawn hours and even around sunrise, we'll have that steady west to east movement of that strong line. Winds will be breezy ahead of it, winds will be breezy behind it, but behind that into the afternoon tomorrow we'll have quickly improving or clearing conditions. And it will turn colder as we go into later tomorrow night. But more of a focus on the unsettledness for tonight. Most of us will have rain. Rain coverage at least 90-95%, if not higher, and that means we can see rain totals on average about ½ an inch in the lower side of the scale to maybe upwards of 1 to 2 inches. So this can be beneficial rain for the dryness that we've been experiencing as of late. Now there may not be so much in the way of beneficial effects from storms, but I mentioned earlier that the energy in the atmosphere is still pretty high across our western areas, and the brighter shades here shows the forecast amount of that atmospheric energy that can fuel those thunderstorms. Still kind of on the modest side across the western side of the region, but as you go towards the east, there's not a whole lot of that left as we go towards, I'd say, 3 to 5 a.m. and beyond. So that will have a weakening effect on that overall band of thunderstorms. Now, yes, it's still going to cause rain. It'll still kick up the gust, and lightning can certainly be pretty frequent as it goes through, based on some of our forecast projections. But most of us will have at least a period of time where the winds are kind of steady, then they reach their peak as the line comes through, so that's going to be the highest hazard that many of us will experience. And then in a couple little bulges of that line, we can see a little spin that can support a tornado. I don't think it's going to be as widespread or numerous as it has been in sections of Mississippi and Louisiana, but it is an element that is a possibility at night when many of us are sleeping. So it's something you have to know about, and that does not mean everybody's going to have a tornado, but I would suspect a tornado watch will go up before the night is through. So you have to be on guard and make sure you're aware of what's going on. We'll be here tonight, and of course our news and weather apps will keep you informed, as well as social media too.